everyone, it's Elaine with Sweet Stampin'. Thanks for joining me here on this Tuesday, October 14th. I hope you guys had a great weekend and that you are doing excellent today. I am going to be showing you some more Christmas cards using the Modern Christmas suite. It is super cool. It's an online suite and I've been having a lot of fun with it because you can make some really unique specialty kind of cards with it. You can with anything, but this one really lends itself to some pretty fun cards. So I'm going to be showing you those. I'm going to show you the cards that I made last week with the traditions of Christmas, plus a couple more that I made over the week. And what else? I think, oh, and I'm going to be showing you some of the Calm and Bright kit that is currently unavailable, but it will be back in stock. Unfortunately, I don't know when. You don't see me. Okay. Let me know if you can see and hear me and if everything's okay. I just found a rough part in my nail, which is not good for crafting. Hi, Joan, Carrie, Louise, and Pam. Thanks for joining me today. But luckily, I put a nail file over here because that happens sometimes during crafting where something catches on your nail or your nail breaks or whatever. And so I can just file it down so it doesn't catch on anything else and it doesn't bother me. Okay, so let's start with showing off what we made last week. And I'm gonna put this one last, and then that one, and then I'm gonna show this one. Okay, so got organized here. So let's go to this view here. Okay, so here are the cards from the traditional Christmas suite. I have the two stamp sets right here. And I made this Joyfold card, but it also has a gift card pocket in it. So I did a couple cards with gift card holders, so it fits nice and snugly right in there. And then I stamped the just for you. And so this is the card that I'm gonna raffle off today. So I have all the names that commented and shared last week. I'm just gonna take that out or I'm gonna forget it. And then this card, I made a trifold card. So I kind of went all out on this one. So that one was really fun to make. And then I added this piece right here. So Merry and Bright, sending cheer, just for you. Merry Christmas. I just love this suite so much. It's so pretty. And then I did this card where I made it look like it's all one piece, but then you can open this flap and then stick the gift card right in there. So I'm going to be remaking this with the Season of Peace bundle, and that card and this card will be part of my Holly Jolly holders, as in gift card holders class. So those will be two there. And then this one I made today, just really simple. And the Christmas kind of got covered by the flowers because otherwise I'd have to put the flowers off the card. So I decided to just restamp it and fussy cut it so that I could still have the flowers where I wanted them. And I embossed all the leaves, add some embossing in there. And I love these dies, these label dies. And then I actually cut the pine bough into two pieces to get it to fit better. So it's kind of cut up back there. And then this one kind of went a little crazy. I embossed and then stamped all the colors in there and then stamped around to create that kind of texture around there. So, and then I just tied a bow with lots of fringe. Did lots of fringe instead of lots of bow this time. So I added some of those sequins. So this one's like a super fancy card. But I think we'll possibly be doing something like this for my team meeting tomorrow night. I haven't quite decided. I was making this for the team meeting, and then I was like, wow, that's a lot. But like I showed last week with the stamps, all you do is stamp to like color it in. And so it's really actually not that many steps. It's not too bad. So I don't know. Do you think they'll like the fancy one or the toned down one to do as a project? Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so now we're gonna raffle off this one right here, Sending Cheer, with a little pocket for a gift card, but minus the gift card. So we're gonna go over here to our wheel and we'll expand that, and then we can go to this screen, and here we go with all the names from last week. And get my pen. Oh, Marilee. So Marilee C, I need your address. So send me your address. I would love to send this card to you. I'm just putting this little post-it note on my card here. And Tiffany, can you send me your address? I still don't have your address, and I still have your card to send you from when you won a couple weeks ago. And I think Louise too. Louise, I need your address too. So I need all your addresses. Send me your address. Everybody send me your address, and you might get like and your birth date, and you might get a happy birthday card too. How about that? Send me all your addresses so I can come visit you. Oh no, did I forget? I'm sorry, I had your name down, Melanie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna double make sure, write it down right now, because I had it written down. I'm sorry. Somehow I didn't get it on the wheel. Bad Elaine. Okay, so let's get this here and here. Okay, so sorry about that. You emailed the address. You probably did. And did I send you the card? Did you receive the card, Louise? Hopefully. Yes. Let me know. Let me put it on here, Louise, and see. Yes. So I think I did mail it to you. So let me know if you got it, Louise. I hope you got it. But Tiffany, I don't have your address. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with the Modern Christmas Suite, and it includes the Ornamental Christmas Bundle. And look how super fun the dies are. So you've got this fun star, diamonds, tree, ornament, and this great circle. And I'm gonna show you a fun card to do with the circle, and then another tree, and then some ornament tops. So fun dies. And then we've got Merry Christmas, 'Tis the Season, Be Jolly. And we've got some basic trees here that we can decorate with string or with circles, like ornaments, stars, diamonds. So we can have fun decorating too. So the first card I want to show you, and I'm actually going to, no card yet. Uh-oh, you should have received it. Okay, I'll double check, Louise. I've got it down here so that I can double check. Okay, so I'm gonna write myself a note though. Otherwise I will forget. So I got my trusty Post-it notes. Louise H, card, address. And that'll help me remember. Okay, so I am going to do a class, finally. Haven't put together a class in a while, but this is going to be the class. So this is a diagonal gatefold card, and there's the star, and then this is the twine that's part of the suite, or thread. I don't know if it's twine or thread, but there's black and gold, and I think this is white and gold, or beige and gold. And sometimes those little ends are hard to find in there. And so I'll take my finger and kind of, you know, try to pull it up, but this time I saw it. It was buried in there. And then I think you guys know my trick for putting it away. I just cut a little slit in the top and then I tuck it in there so that it doesn't come unwinded. It doesn't unwind. Oh, this one is kind of far away, but I think it barely works. Okay, so that's how you can hold your thread or twine. So that comes in the suite. And then we've got this really cool black and gold DSP. So one with stars, and I used the branching out dies. And then this one with stripes. And then how fun is that? The fa la 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 la. Oh, the email did not bounce back. Okay, try sending me an email again. You can email elaine@sweetstampin.com if that's the one you did. I also have estampin@gmail.com. All Stampin, so estampin@gmail.com. So you can try that email too. And then I can get your card to you. Okay, so I did a little star in there. And then I did just a 1 1/4 inch belly band. And then if I wanted to, I could put a little bit of DSP on both sides, but I decided not to. It's a nice break and we've already got 3 designs here, kind of competing for attention a little bit, but I made one really blingy and these 2 kind of more softer. The one inside definitely softer because it's a background. So this will be one of the cards in the class, a tutorial. You'll get a tutorial. And then we have a shaker card. So this is our little shaker card. And what's very cool is we have 2 choices for shakers, the loose gold sequins or the gold shaker stars. So I put the stars in there because I thought that would be super fun and go with, you know, the stars that are on top of the tree. And then these are the gold hoops and I put them somewhere. I had the whole bag of them here. Where'd they go? Okay, we'll find them later somewhere, probably. They're probably like right in front of me. Where did they go? Okay, so anyway, here's a gold hoop. I'm still looking. And then I made 1 tree a shaker and 1 tree embossed. And then I used the traditional labels dies from the last suite and cut off. So I did white and then I cut off the edges and then I did gold so that you can have that framing, which is really pretty. And I think that these labels go really well with anything, but also really well with this. So that's the second card that you'll do. And then the third card is going to be a spinner card. So we've got the star, the tree, and the ornament. And so this card is really fun. It'll have, you can write a message on that, but you can wind up the ornament, windy, 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 and then it'll spin. So fun, fun, fun. So I was gonna put a sentiment on it, but then I realized it won't spin. So I might still add a smaller, I think I'm gonna add a smaller sentiment on it and then stamp a sentiment here. So this card will have a little bit more. So these 3 cards will have tutorials and that will be available hopefully within the week in my tutorial store. So look for this fun class. But today I'm going to show you a couple cards. The first is going to be a gatefold card. You guessed it. And we're going to do a fun little thing with the ornaments. But I measured these out, so these should be a very nice size for our 2 front panels. And I haven't used this paper yet. I wanted it to be very thin, so not a whole lot of layers showing underneath. So I got that. I'm gonna put it this way. Okay, looking good. Okay, and then we've got our inside piece here, and we're gonna do some stamping. We're gonna stamp Merry Christmas, of course. Merry Christmas. Now let's see if I can figure out how to get this straight. Be straight. I should have put the label. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, we'll clean that off. And then we're gonna add some trees. So I need a little bit of scrap paper on the bottom here because I'm gonna stamp them off the page. So we're gonna do, should I stamp it off? Well, okay. So we're gonna go one over here and then one lower. And then we're gonna go, no, we're gonna stick with this one. And then this one is gonna be a little bit higher and over. And then we'll do a lighter one here and an even lighter one there. So that's our easy inside of the card. So we'll put this inside. Okay. There we go. And you can decorate here along the two sides if you want to. But I have cut out an ornament in the black and then embossed "'Tis the Season" on it with gold embossing powder. And this was a boo-boo. So this is going to be the back because I need a back there. And so I'm going to make a slider here. So I'm just going to put this, it's going to be in the middle, and then I'm just going to do that. And then I can either use, where's my little pieces of black? So you want little pieces of black. So I'm going to cut some of these up, and I don't know if I'll even use that then. Okay, so I'm going to cut these up to 1 inch. And I only need 2 of them, 1 inch. And these are 2 3/4. I'm gonna do 2. Just easy measurements. So it's 2 by 1. 2 by 1. Whoops, missed. Okay. And I'm going to fold this in half and then use my bone folder to really get that good. And then I'm going to fold this one in half. And then I think I actually do need one more to kind of stabilize it. Or I could do this on the back. I think I will do this on the back. Okay, I'm gonna try to cross my legs here. Oh, but my seat is too high today, so never mind. No crossing legs for me today. Okay, so now we're going to just kind of find the center of this a little bit and just kind of draw kind of where, just a sketch of this, of the center. And we're going to put these on either side. So you can use tear and tape. The seal is pretty strong. Maybe I should use tear and tape. It's hard to get the seal on such a little area. And you want this definitely to be on the line, and you want it to be within your ornament so nobody sees it, of course. So here we go, second one. So this is a fun little element that you can use to slide your closure up and down. So now we're going to put this on top. Oops, and I'm gonna do it this way. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you see that. I don't think that looks so great, so I'm gonna do it that way. Well, I'll think about it. Okay, so more adhesive on both of them now. And yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way. Even though it was a mess up, it's prettier side anyway. And what is this in the front here? Okay. Now we can stick this in between here. And then we can stick that in between or slide it on. It is going to push the pieces apart a little bit. so you might have to rescore, re-burnish your two sides. So there will be a little bit of a gap in there, but it's so cute, and you just slide it. Okay, you have to hold the bottom, but it slides up and down. And then we need some twine. I think this one. Where's the end? I'm gonna do some twine. I think I had some somewhere. Where did it go? Did I use it? I think I used it. Okay, so we'll just tie a regular little bow. Tie that tighter. Tighter. Okay. And then I'm just gonna use the ribbon scissors. Beep. And then we'll get a glue dot. There we go. And I'm just gonna roll it up so that it's thinner. And I'll add it to the back here. And then we're just gonna put that right here in the middle of our ornament and try and get the ends to stay down. I probably should have put it on the other way because the ends want to go up. Okay, so what if let's try and do it the other way. So I'm going to peel that off. Bye-bye. And let's see, which way do these guys want to go? I will let them. They want to go up, 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 diddy, up, diddy, up. Okay, so there. Went down a little bit. And then they just want to do whatever they want to do. Okay, but hopefully I can, get them to come down a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's find the hole for this. It's all the way up here. And it's the wrong way. So it doesn't matter, you can cut another one the right way. I want it this way? No, I want it this way. Because then I can go in like that. Okay, so not super fancy, but a fun card. I don't know what got on there, but I can see it. I see it. And so I'm just gonna see if my sand eraser will take whatever that is off so that we have a nice clean image there. Okay, what do you think? Ta-da! Okay, so that's one. Now we're going to stick with the black and white theme a little bit longer. And we have pieces. So we're just going to take our pieces and put them together however we would like. We also have this black one that we could use if we want. Oh, I forgot the Wink of Stella. Well, I'm not using that on the first one. Yeah, Wink of Stella. We're gonna use Wink of Stella on this one. So we've got the Wink of Stella, we've got our trees, we've got Bee Jolly, we've got our ink. These are all like backings that we can use. And I've got the black and I've got some gold. Wow, that's like really reflecting, so we'll do that. But I'm gonna borrow one of these because I think I want to do either the fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la, and this piece or this piece. I think maybe that piece. And look, I have an even shorter one right there. That works. Or I could do this one. Let's do this one. Okay, and then we're gonna do polka dot. So this is leftover from the spinner card. And then we're gonna do black. We're just gonna keep it white and black this time, I guess. But maybe we'll emboss. And this doesn't look, no. I think it does need to be this. Yeah. I think that's better. And then I really wish we had some thick black ribbon, but maybe this is an opportunity to introduce one color. So I think it would be cool to just have the black, white, gold, and then just pick one color to put with it. I'm gonna trim that end a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit, so that it's just all circles. Okay, so we've got the fa la 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 la, and we've got the circles, and I need to cut this a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we can put that away, and we will put this one on first. I wish we had some gold ribbon. They retired that other gold ribbon that I loved. Okay, this one, definitely have to make sure it's going right side up. So there we go. And then this one, we're gonna put on the bottom. So it's fun to make cards and then take your leftovers and see what other cards you can make with them. Okay, so I've got that. We're gonna put it on white. I have this piece, but I feel like I need something to go around. What black do I have? I don't really have black, but I have Mossy Meadow and gold. So maybe our color will be Mossy Meadow. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put this on a Mossy Meadow card base. Let's grab some Mossy Meadow. Hopefully I have one all ready and folded. And yes, I likes it. Okay, so we're gonna trim this. Yeah, gold ribbon would be really nice. About there. Ooh, we'll use the gold side. But there's oh, that side looks good too. I think that side looks better, but there is a gold side. So I'm gonna keep this out because the gold looks nice. And then I'm just going to tape this on the other side. So flip it around and then I can adhere it with the seal first, but then I am gonna tape it so that it will for sure be secure. That rhymed. Okay, let's see if I did it crooked. I did. So I think pull that down. Okay, and I'm gonna try and get it more straight. I didn't put the adhesive in the right place, but it's okay because we're gonna just tape it down. And then yes, this layer is gonna get dimensionals. Yep, dimensionals. Okay, I'll just do one in the middle, although I'm very tempted to do 3 more. Ooh. Okie dokie. Let's flip this over. Okay, I like it, but I think I want to trim this side a teeny tiny bit. Okay. All right, it's looking very nice. And then do we want to do polka dots or do we want to do black and gold with a sentiment? Where did that little sentiment go that I couldn't fit on the ornament card? I'll have to look for that too. I think it might be right here. Oh, yep, it's right here. Well, the gold hoops are right here. Here are the gold hoops. They are large and they would make great ornaments, and the circle fits right inside there. So you could hang it by the circle. So you could use invisible thread or fishing line to put behind, I would put it behind the ornament or the tree or whatever, and then also create something on the other side or just have a backing. So you can put the thread and tape it down, secure it, and then hide it. So I'm going to be making some ornaments with these. Let's see. Okay. I think the black looks good. So it kind of got a little bit rough in the cutting process. So I'm just going to sand it a little bit. And this is black all the way through, so I'm not going to get any white unless I use the two-tone cardstock, and that feels much better. Maybe a little bit more over there, but sometimes they get rough. Okay, so we have that as our nice neutral backdrop against all of this other craziness going on. So we'll put that one in the middle, and we'll do 4 around. See? Okay, so there's our circle. And then here's our ornament. Okay, now I gotta find where the Merry Christmas that I just cut out went. And it is from the Calm, oh, there it is. It is from the Calm and Bright kit. So that's part of the Nutcracker kit. But this is the Calm and Bright kit. So it comes with these envelopes, which are really nice. They're kind of a basic beige. And then this stamp set, the Merry Christmas, comes from this stamp set. And I did do one of each of the regular cards. So that's the regular card, that's a regular card, and that's a regular card. And they're super pretty. And the instructions show, I think, crumb cake ink being stamped, but they give you Lost Lagoon. And I think the Lost Lagoon looks better. You know, it's a nice color. So I will be working on alternative cards this week. I've got my little bin of things. This is how I like to kind of organize things. So I pulled everything off, and instead of the white twine that's included, I decided to use some of this twine that's more crumb cake, and I think it shows up better. The white twine to me just kind of got lost in all of it. So I've stamped almost everything. I didn't stamp this one just because I'm debating about whether or not I will use it for Christmas or for something else. And then all of these, and then they have houses and leaves and trees and homes. So it's a really pretty kit. It's currently unavailable, which I predicted would sell out, but it's coming back in stock. Okay, so here's the Merry Christmas, and I wonder, yeah, and then we can tie a bow right there. I think that will be good. So I think I have, since I put dimensionals on this, I'm gonna put this down flat. Otherwise we'll have way too many layers because we already have one. And so there's 2. And that's about all you can have if you want to mail it. 3 layers is kind of pushing it. So this year I said I'm gonna make all of my Christmas cards earlier. So here's one of them. Make the bow a little smaller. And then find the glue dots. I actually put them back in their place. Okay. And then we'll just add this little bow on top right here. And I think that will do it. This little string wants to go the wrong way though, but still good. Pretty, pretty. And then we do have, I could do the gold. Yeah, let's do the gold sequins. So here's how I do loose sequins. So I'm gonna do one right here, use glue, and one right here, and one up here. And then we're gonna use the take your pick tool. Oh, my gum got all smashy, so I'm gonna reform it, or just break some of it off. And there we've got a little glue. And then let's see if there are different sizes here. Oh, I got like 5. Okay, so this is, yeah, there are different sizes, so I'm trying to get a large one. So here's a large one, and I'm gonna put the large one down there. Ooh. And then I think this is a smaller one. So put the smaller one right there. Boop. Okay, and then we'll choose another small one. Don't know if there's a small one. But this one is a little, I think it's a little bit, it is stuck on me. Is it different? No, I think it's the same. Okay, and then we'll stick that down there and we'll let that dry. And then we have our loose sequins. Super fun. Okay, so that's one. And then let's put this away so I don't spill it everywhere. And yes, I was using that because I'd already taken the backings off. Okay, so we've still got more paper here, and we've got this going. So let's see here. Should we do a card this way? I feel like we should do a card this way. Okay, that and that together. I think they're different sizes though, so let me trim them to the same size here. So 1 3/4. And I think I'm going to use one of these white pieces. Okay, and I think this is 5, like 5 1/8. So I need to cut these down to 5. So this is 5 1/4. So we'll cut them down to about 5 first. See if that's good enough. Yep, that should be good. That should be good. Got some good spacing there. It'll be a little bit long, but we can trim it. Okay. And then polka dots. Oh, it's too much again. And then this one got ripped. Sad. So this is good for a backing. How about something in the middle to kind of break it up? No, still not liking it. What about something like this? Or I have not used this paper yet. Yeah, let's use this paper because I haven't used that side yet. So let's figure out something we can do with this. So changed my mind on that. And I think I am going to just get a piece that can be a mat. And we'll get a white, background. Okay. So I'll adhere this on. Oh, ran out of adhesive. Bye-bye. And then I take all the sticky glue off the top because there's always sticky glue on the top. of both sides. Stick it to some paper. And then I pull out the already done one. Ta-da! And we continue on. Get it going again. Okay, let's see. Where do we have some nice edges? All right. So this is probably 4 or 4 1/4, hopefully 4. Nope, it's 4 1/4. Rats. I wanted it to be 4. So I might trim it down again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim it down again. I should have measured first. Measure twice, cut once, right? Okay. So we're gonna remove it with my little palette knife here, makes it easy. And then we're going to trim the sides down to 3 7/8, or let's do 3 3/4. Yeah. And now we'll tuck it over here. We can trim this side to 3 7/8. Nope, it's going to be just a little bit less. Okay. So now this is going to fit nicely on a card. But then you have to clean this guy because he gets all sticky. So I just use a wipe and clean it. And I have all of my white cards. Where did they go? I think they're all over here. I moved them, but I have a whole bunch cut up, ready to go. And some, let's choose this one. It's a little bit wider. Yes, and there we go. Let's make sure that it's not too wide though. 4 1/4, yeah. A little bit too wide. Okay, so now we have that. And I think I'm gonna wrap the string around. I kind of want to use this string, but the black just, I don't know, it's just appears better. So 1 2 3, and then cut. And then I'm gonna tape it in the middle. I'm just gonna grab the 2 ends here. And let's see, how are we doing? Adjust this a little bit. And do it right here. And then I can trim that a little bit. And then the black, the polka dot might work, or just the ornament itself. I think just the ornament itself works. Okay. And then we'll put that back on there. And maybe this will just be a backing for this to make it stronger on another card. And then we can stamp our sentiment down here, and then we can emboss this with a fun design. And I can show you the other design that I did, but I'm kind of thinking I want to do something a little different. Okay, so let's see what we have. We do have Merry Christmas. Nope, that's part of the other one. That Merry Christmas is different. We have Wishing you peace and joy, but I feel like that's too thin. So we're just gonna use this Merry Christmas again. But this one, let's see. If I do Christmas right there, and this is the traditional labels, so I feel like it's better size. And then I can do, I think I can do Merry Christmas. Okay, so let's see here. We'll do Merry Christmas. Let's try and get it lined up on here a little bit. And ooh, I don't know if it quite fits. Yeah, I think it fits. Okay. And then we'll ink that all up. Hopefully it's not spaced too much. Yeah, I think it's spaced too much. So dang darn it. Okay, let's get our scrap paper here. Actually, it's okay, but it's just that I think it should be closer together. So let's do the Merry first. I'll remove Christmas. And we'll do Merry. Okay. And then put that here for now. Christmas. And then it just, I think, fits better. Yes. Whoop. Okay. Yes, I like that. Okay, so now our ornament. So that'll go down there. I like it. So I think we can put this on with dimensionals. Has anyone started making their Christmas cards yet? I'm gonna try to make as many as I can. I'm gonna put a couple in between here. Give it lots of support. What is that? Okay. So that's gonna go right there. And then we are gonna put our ornament and we're gonna emboss a pattern on our ornament. I wonder if this would like be a good pattern. No, I don't think so. Oh, I know what would be a good pattern. It's that pattern one, the stripes and dots. Okay, so which one should we do? Okay, I think maybe the stripes or the dots. Stripes or the dots? The stripe, no, I think the dots would be more interesting. Okay, so this is a good stamp set for patterns. Oh boy, that's too much. Too much. And I kind of creased the top, but we'll make it work. Okay, Versamark. And let's go ahead and Versamark the whole thing. And we'll do the bottom. And then we'll do the top. Just trying to kind of offset it. Oh dear. I can see that it's not quite lined up, but I think it'll be okay. Because I think I'll add some other things on here. So this is the new Wow embossing powder, and it embosses very nicely. And that is what I have been using. Okay, so put this away, And then let's heat this up. Oh, put that away too. Don't want to heat that up accidentally or something. 95 done. Woo! That is a lot. I love how the melts. Working on another 100. Wow. That's amazing. That's a lot of cards, but I think I'm gonna need at least 100 cards. Okay, so we've got our polka dot. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now we still need, oh, maybe the bow. Maybe just a bow will help us. All right, so a dimensional on the bottom and like 2 on the top. I think we'll be good. Okay, and that looks nice. Okay, and then we can do a bow, and I think that'll look good. But I think I'm gonna try doing the bow out of this one. I haven't used this one yet, so let's try this one. Let's try to get it so I get the ribbon going in the right, or the twine or the thread or whatever, in the right direction. Okay, so we can stick that in there and glue dot. Glue dot. Okay. Stick that right there. Yeah. Tighten. Okay. Yeah. That's nice. What do you think? I like that. Okay. One more, and this time going off the rails, not really, but this one's gonna have color. And I was kind of inspired by the Calm and Bright kit. So we're gonna do a little pool party. We're gonna use the colors from that kit. We're abandoning the black and white. Actually, I do want a little scratchy piece here. And I'm just gonna kind of start in the middle, and I just want this to be really soft. Just super soft. Okay. Then I'm going to take my blends, markers, Pool Party, dark one. And I'm gonna open up this side, and then I'm just gonna knock some ink. I better move this away. Away, away, away. Okay, move it all away. Move this away. Because it tends to go everywhere. It tends to go where you don't want it to go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna hit this against here to get some little splatters. I don't see splatters. I see tiny, tiny. Let's see. Maybe it's not juicy enough. Not hitting hard enough. I wanted to do this way. I see a few tiny little ones. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it my other way, which is with water. So I get one of the water painters. I'm just gonna use a small one. Squeeze a tiny bit of water. There we go. Grab Pool Party, Pool Party, Pool Party. Whole bunch of Pool Party. And then I'm gonna tap that. And that one always works. Just want it darker. There we go. Go this way. I like splatters. Okay, so then you can just clean that off with a paper towel later. And now we're going to stamp some trees, but I should let this dry. Dry, dry, dry. Okay, so we're gonna stamp some in Pool Party. So let's see. We're gonna do Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, and Lost Lagoon. So I'm gonna do this large one in Lost Lagoon. Over here. And then I'm gonna do the same one. So I'm gonna clean it off. Okay, in Pool Party. Over here, go up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to Masky Wasky mask. So I need my little post-it notes. Where did I put my post-it note? There it is. Okay, so that. So I'm gonna take a post-it note and I want to stamp this guy. And I'm going to cut him out. You can use the die if you want to, but I want it to be a little bit closer. So I'm cutting it closer to the edge here than the die would. And I made sure one part of the tree had some sticky on it. So it's this top part here. And it doesn't have to be super perfect. It just has to help. Okay, so there's that. And then that. And then coming down, around. I'm making it closer. Okay. Fussy cutting takes just a little bit, but it is well worth it for the results that it produces. Okay, and then you can keep this mask and use it over and over and over and over again. I flick it with the pen top, works too. Yeah. Oh, the pen. Yeah, the pen. I'm gonna try the pen. Okay, the marker you mean. The marker? Pool Party marker? Pool Party. Okay, let's see if this works. Well, I'm not gonna be able to tell because I already splattered it. Yeah, I think it's working. Okay, so there's some more Pool Party for everybody. Okay, so now we're gonna do the pink, Pretty in Pink. And we're gonna do it with the other tree. So let's clean the black off of that tree. Okay. And our mask, masky mask. Uh-oh, I might need two at the same time. Because that. Yes, I think I need two masks. So I'm gonna stamp it again. Doesn't matter about how dark it is. And I only need the mask for this side. So I'm just gonna only cut this side. Okay. That's why I love the templates that come with or the stamp sets that have masks. That's cool. Yeah, there's one that has it right now that I want to get. Okay, so we're just gonna do this side. We don't have to worry about the other side. Okie dokie, so now we can do our nice tall pink tree, and it's gonna be behind. So make this taller, smaller, taller. Okay, and see how that is behind. And then we'll switch this one over here so we can get this last tree in here. Yay! So I'm gonna keep the pieces, the masks, and I'll use those later. Okay, so now I'm going to, since I used water on here anyway, let's clean that off, and I'm going to color these in a little bit more. So let's do Pool Party first because it's lighter. So I'm gonna get some of that dark Pool Party back there and then brush it in because I should start with light. And even though this isn't watercolor paper, I'm just going to try to watercolor it, and I'm not gonna try to like be perfect here. It's gonna be a little bit imperfect. So let me just color all of it first with a light Pool Party. And this will help the trees stand out a little bit more too. Okay, now we'll go back for some of the dark ones. Minus my hair. Kind of making the ends darker. Okay, what do you think? Let's see how that's looking. Oh, it's looking okay. All right, let's see here. And let's do some Lost Lagoon. So probably too much water, but I'm just gonna color it all in with Lost Lagoon first. Okay. And then we can get some dark Lost Lagoon. I don't think there's any. I might have to get the actual ink refill. Ink refill. So here we have it. Let me just put, whoops, there we go. Some ink in there, and that's going to be super duper 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 dark. So I don't want it to be quite that dark. So I'm just going to take a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I can get lost in coloring. I can just enjoy coloring for a long time. Okay, I'm gonna kind of turn it upside down so I can get those ends a little darker. Okay. All right. What do you think? Hi, Susie. Thanks for peeking in. We're just making some trees, and then there's a star. And I think we're gonna do, and let's see how this, okay, you'd have to cut it out to do it. But we'll do some stars on these, and I think we'll emboss them because that's fun. So let's move all that aside, all of these aside now. And I don't know if we'll do Be Jolly, but all right, so that's all good. We still need to use Wink of Stella and star. But first we just need to make sure nothing's gonna stick up here, except for where I stamped the star. So star, 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 star. Okay, hopefully those will be enough ink there. Let's see how I did. Okay, not bad. Just a little bit more there. A little bit more there and there. Ooh, I like it. Okay, now I gotta hide that. Hidey hide. And I gotta put that away. And let's emboss. Heat it up. No, this was not watercolor paper. This was just thick white. Thick basic white. But it would be better on watercolor. Okay, there's all our stars in our pretty forest. And now we are going to stamp a little message down here. I think I'm gonna do the Merry Christmas again, and I'm going to emboss it. So Christmas can be like right there. I think Merry can go right there. But we're gonna do this one at a time. So we're just going to wipe the bottom here. And get Christmas nice and inked up super, super well. And I'm gonna tuck it up here. And then we will go ahead and emboss this before doing the Merry. And it looks like there's a little piece of something down here. So I have my little brush. So I can try to carefully brush it away. Okay. We can heat that up. So pretty. It's like a one layer card, you know? People think, oh my gosh, I have to do so many layers, but you don't. You can make really beautiful one layer cards. Okay, so now our Mary's gonna fit in right there. So let's emboss that. I've been doing a lot of embossing because our swap theme for my team meeting tomorrow night is embossing. So dry embossing, heat embossing. I've been doing them both. Okay, so now I'm gonna add Wink of Stella to some of the leaves, or just on some of the trees here. I'm just gonna do a little bit on all of these pink trees. Just go in the same direction. Ooh, so pretty. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but it looks really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, Should I bling those too? Okay, I must restrain myself. That's good bling. Oh, I know what I can do. You can do some tapping. I don't know if it, okay. Do a little squeezy. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. Got some Winkastella on there and everywhere. Okay, and now we can put it on. I'm gonna do Pretty in Pink. I think that'll look nice. And then we'll do, let's see, where is Pretty in Pink? Oh, it's a what you would call it, color. In color. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I have to take one of these, and I'm gonna grab the Pretty in Pink. This one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong kind. I grabbed the hamburger. No, the hot dog. I need hamburger. Hamburger. Okay, here's one. Okay, so we'll do Pretty in Pink. So you can really have fun with this stamp set without having to just do black and white. So I want to layer it with this. So we'll do this at 4, and then 5 1/4. So we'll just double check. That's a little bit longer. Take off a little bit more. There we go. And we'll see how this lines up. Okay. So I need to do a little bit of trimming. So I'll just go ahead and true up all the sides. And take a little bit more off of that side. And then that should be straight. Okay, let's take a look. That looks good. I like that. Okay. And then we will finish putting this together. And I'm still going to be playing with this sweet a little bit more. So I want to make one of my gift card holder cards with this sweet. Okay. Nice. And this is just going to be flat. This is going to be so easy to mail. We could put some like bling bling on it, I guess. But there we go. So cute. And it's just flat. Oh, I think I need to emboss that part a little bit more. Looks like I put my finger in it when it was still warm, but there's our fun Lost Lagoon blue and pink card using the trees. So super fun. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all these fun cards. We did this one, we did this one, we did this one. That one's kind of the pink sheep. And we did this one. So all ornaments, huh? One tree. I did the tree. So I should work with the star, do some star ones. I think I'm gonna do some star ones with the hoops. I think that will look good. So stars with the hoops, yeah. That'll look really good. Some spinning stars. Okay, so those are the cards we made today. And then these are the cards that I'm going to have for my class. So I'm going to be doing an online class, and you'll get the tutorial And also I will do, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the videos, but I'll have to see because it's interesting. I noticed that whenever I do a class, people buy the tutorial and they never look at the videos. The videos are sitting there with zero views. So let me know what you think. You know, if you want this tutorial, would you want the videos too, or is the tutorial sufficient? Let me know what you think, because the videos take a lot of time to edit. And I'm getting this everywhere. Okay, so that will be the class. So super exciting, lots of fun things coming. And then the traditional Christmas class that they're gonna have is coming up Thursday, October 23rd. And I'm going to be hosting at my house. So you can come if you're local and join in with us. Or if you're not, you can still buy a kit and you'll still get access to the virtual class. And that'll be anytime. You don't have to watch it at the exact time that it airs. And so it'll be a really nice class. And even if you don't have the paper, you can substitute paper, you can substitute the stamp set, you can substitute whatever you want. Although you might get the paper in the kit. It might be pre-cut. I'm not totally sure. I ordered a kit and it's coming, so I'll let you know when I find out what is in the kit. So that's the Traditions of Christmas card class, a virtual one that Stampin' Up! Is doing. And then let's see, next week I'm going to be doing, so I did Modern Christmas. I'm going to be doing, oh, it says Paper Pumpkin. It's not the 21st. Oh my gosh, I'm like a week ahead. Okay, so yeah, I'll be doing the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Suite. Oh, I see what I did here. I was thinking about doing Autumn Leaves last week and I didn't. I did the Traditions of Christmas. So we are having fun with all of these really cool suites. So Modern Christmas was today, and then we're gonna do the Elegant Pine Suite, all of these suites, and then it'll be the Paper Pumpkin the last Tuesday. And then we have some new online exclusives coming out in November. Crazy. So I will be showing those off too. So I want to do the pine tree trimmings. We're going to do some shaker cards with those. And then we're going to do the Brushed with Beauty, and that's one of the new suites in the online exclusives. And then I still want to do the Snowy Delights, and I still have the sign design. I still have quite a few to do. So I've got 2 more slots for this year, and then, oh my gosh, it'll already be 2026. So I have to start planning my lives and classes and events for 2026 already. So it's kind of happening quick here, a lot. Yeah. So the other news that I think I'm gonna finally tell everybody, a lot of people already know and have seen different things mentioning it, but my family and I, my husband and my 23-year-old son is living with us right now, are moving. But this won't affect my lives. I'm still gonna do my lives. We're moving to Utah. So my brother lives there, and my oldest and youngest are going to school in Utah. And it's always kind of been the plan, unfortunately, to leave California, which I am really sad about. I love California. I love the Bay Area. But we feel like it would be good for us to not only be close to our kids, but also to my brother. He's my only brother. He got married a little bit later, so his kids are younger. They're 8 and 10, and they think that I and my husband are cool right now. So we need to take advantage of that while we can. And it'll be nice being involved with them more often. So that is going to happen at the end of the year. So I will be here in California till the end of the year, and then we're going to take a week off, and we're going to be moving everything over to a rental in Utah while we purchased a lot in Utah and we're going to build a house. So lots of fun things coming for us and our family. So I will still be doing lives and I will be adding more virtual classes and virtual events and some Zoom classes as well. Those will be fun. So, and I will also have some live classes in Utah too. So if you're in Utah, come and visit me. I'm gonna set up whatever house we rent. I'm going to take over the basement and just make it nice if it's unfinished. And then when we build our home, I'm gonna have a really nice large craft room and a class area out in the basement. So exciting stuff. So next week I'll be doing the elegant pine, and so I will see you then, the 21st. I hope everyone has a great week, and Stampin' Up still has their best starter kit offer ever. $35 for $125 worth of product, or you can do the regular $99 for $189 worth of product. So it's a great time to join. It's a great time to join my team. I'm going to be having more virtual events and virtual meetings next year in 2026. So you can start getting to know the team and we can start having a lot of fun together.